And today I'm going to do my Premier League predictions for the season that starts on Friday, so let's get started. 20th from bottom, I put Sheffield United. The reason why is because I think it's going to be a long, hard season for them, and they've lost a lot, of players. And their best player in Jai went to, it wasn't Marseille, looks like Sander Berger at the time of recording this is going to Burnley. They've lost a lot of their loan players of last season, McAtee and Doyle, and they've made a few signs. I'm not really impressed. And I just look at the squad and I struggle to find a way how Sheffield United will stay in the Premier League this season. So yeah, 19th I've also put Luton going back down the race, because again I just don't think their squad is good enough, and the players they can sign is evident. I think them upset me. Well, I don't want to say they're upset because of course they want to give it a go, but they're upset that perhaps if they go down, they're building a squad that will be a really good champion squad to bounce back. The reason why I've got the 19th is because I think they will cause a few ripples maybe with the steam along the way, but yeah, ultimately I don't think they'll be good enough. So yeah. 18th, I put Wolves. The reason why is because on the day of recording, Lopetegui has just left the football club. There's a lot of bad signs going on. Wolves lost a lot of players that obviously Neves, Mateo a lot in the midfield. They lost Nathan Collins and Costa, Jimenez, a lot of players for financial fair play. They haven't made many signings. I struggle to see where the depth is. I think they've only got two centre halves in their books, Dawson and Kilman, and maybe Gomez 2/3 centre half. I struggle to see where the goals come from, and yeah, I just think it's really worrying from Wolves. And all the signs are pretty negative, and I think it will end in relegation. So yeah, 17th and just surviving. I put Everton again. The reason why is because I still do look at that squad and think wherever the goal is going to come. I don't sign Dan Duma, but I class him more as a creative player than a striker. They might be signing. I think they might be signing 19-year-old from Sporting Lisbon. What is he ready to step up in the Premier League? Yeah. Who knows? Obviously, Corey Lewin always injured. Mope's not good enough. So yeah. But defensively and under Sondheim, he's a manager who I would trust enough to get them out of this situation to manage like a relegation battle, and I think he'll have enough to keep everything in the Premier League. So yeah. 16th, I put Bournemouth. The reason why is because I don't know why they sacked Gary O'Neill. It looked like he'd have to go to Wolves to replace Lopetegui, but I think it was a stupid decision. But I'm interested to see how they do under the new manager. They've made a few new signings, and if I was a Bournemouth fan, I would be very confident that you will stay up. The only unknown, and I would have had them higher to keep Gary O'Neill. But yeah, I think at least to stay in the Premier League, they'll be happy with it. So yeah. 15th, I put Nottingham Forest. The reason why is because, of course, after last summer, they've not made as many signings as they have this summer. But after last summer, I think it'll be more calmer if you get a more understanding of what they've like done. I do like the signing of Anthony Elanga. I think he'll do well. It looks like the signing of Matt Turner from Arsenal, but yeah, they've still got Brennan Johnson still there. Gibbs White still there. I like Cooper as a manager. So yeah, I think they'll have another decent season, and they might be in a bit of a relegation battle looking over the shoulder, but I do think they'll come out on the right side of it. So yeah. 14th, I put Burnley. I don't think they'll be the only newly promoted club to survive. I mean, they were really good in the Championship last season. Were by far the standout team, and I like what Company's trying to do. And yeah, I think they'll have a decent season. I think they'll stay up pretty comfortably to be honest, and then they can build on. And Company's a really good manager. They've signed a few players, a lot of wingers, mind you. But yeah. If I'm a Burnley fan, I'm pretty confident you're staying up. So yeah. 13th, I put West Ham. They've obviously lost Declan Rice and they haven't made many signings, although the signing Alvarez from Ajax was a really good signing. And I think they will have a similar season to what they did last season. Maybe sign Maguire and McTominay from Man United, who, but I think they'll have a similar season. Moyes, they've obviously got European football to keep in Europe League to see how they're doing there. But yeah, I think they'll finish 13th and yeah, another season like last season. So yeah. 12 I put Fulham the reason why because I think they'll have a mini drop after last season, but I think they'll be okay. They'll preserve their Premier League status. Of course, they have the situation with Mitrovic where is he going to go to Saudi? I think it looks like he's going to see his team in silver and William. What that's bizarre, but we'll say about that. I do like the signing of Bassey. I think he's a really good young centre half Maya, and they've got just a solid Premier League squad who I think ain't the best in the league, but of a solid Premier League squad and who should be okay and be mid-table. Will not trouble you over league places. I like Silver as a manager, but will not get relegated. So yeah. 11th I put Crystal Palace. It's Crystal Palace, and that's just the definition of a club that's mid-table and stuff like that. Obviously, they've off Wilfred Zaha, what it's a massive blow for them. Obviously, Elise is out injured and stuff like that, but I think Roy Hodgson will just do a solid job. Will have enough just to make sure they stay in the Premier League and stay mid-table. I do like signing Jeffrey Lowe. I think he'll do well. So yeah. 10th up at Brentford. I know Ivan Toney is out for the first 6 months of the season pretty much, but under Thomas Frank and the wee players, I think he will be a loss, but I don't think it'll necessarily damage them in any real way really if you get many goals will be missed, but the way they play with Burmo, Wissett, Sarda, I think they'll be fine and should be able to get through the 6 months. I like signing Nathan Collins. I like the way Brentford play. I like Thomas Frank, and I just like everything about that club as well. They're playing red and white. So yeah, I think they'll have another decent season, 10th, and yeah, I think it's their third season in the Premier League. If you offered them positions to have taken them, I think they would have took them. So yeah, 9th I might get a bit bad, but Tottenham. The reason why, because I think it'll take work under Ange Postecoglou to get them to where they want to be. Of course, the Harry Kane situation still in itself. I think he'll stay, and to be fair, I do like their front four for if Kane stays. Kane up front, Son, Madison, who's a brilliant signing by the way, and Kulusevski on the right. I think that's a really good front four. Defensively, I think they need a bit of word, although they signed that guy from Wolfsburg. But we'll say I think it'll take time, and if you give Postecoglou time, I think he will get it right, but maybe not success instantly. I think they probably do need a couple of fullbacks because like their wing back, like the players, if you look, Paul the wing back, don't know if he can play right back, Spence, who they might be letting go, and Davis is doing left back, whether Session is a left back, I don't know, but we'll say, so yeah. 8th I put Brighton. The reason why, because I still think they'll have a really good season for Brighton. Obviously, last season they finished 6th, what was absolutely brilliant for them, and got Europa League football. McAllister will be a massive miss, and they could lose Casado as well. But there's one club I trust to sell players and develop and be able to still get really good. To still do really well, it's Brighton. They got Europa League, it'll be interesting how they're doing that. I like the Derby, and I think they'll have another new. And if for example Casado goes, they'll bring another new kid on who looks absolutely brilliant, I'm sure. And yeah, I think they'll bring it to 8th. So yeah. 7th I put Aston Villa. The reason why, because I really like I think they're going places under Emery. I really like the signings. Tillingham's Pal Torres and whatever his name is, the winger from Leverkusen, and I think they'll have another really good season, finishing the Conference League place again. I actually think they'll win the Conference League and they'll be in Europa League next season. But yeah, Villa's definitely going places under Emery, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes to. Yeah, 6th I put Newcastle. The reason why is because I think last season it helped not having European football, what I think could cost them like a Champions League place this year. I do like the signings of Barnes, Livramento and Tonali. I think they're 3 good signings that will add a lot to their squad, and I think they'll still have a really respectable season as so yeah. And I think, I know I'm a Sunderland fan, I think a Newcastle fan would take 6th still. So yeah, and I still would say it's a really good season for them. So yeah. Fifth, I think I put them a bit high, but I put Chelsea. The reason why is because I do like Pochettino as a manager. I think he's a really good manager. The players they've signed, yeah, I'm not sure. I think they do need a midfielder, but maybe the fact that they've got no European football, when everyone's playing in midweek, they've got their feet up. If you get what I mean, could play in their favour, and I don't think they'll make the top four this season. But I think they'll do better, and they can't really do any worse than last season. They had a massive clear out of what they needed as well. So yeah, we'll just say I won't be surprised to think it's lower, but yeah. Fourth, I put Manchester United. The reason why is because I like what they've done in the transfer window. They've signed a new goalkeeper who I think will obviously help the way they play. Mason Mount's a good signing, and they've signed obviously the striker as well, and I think they'll do well again and finish in the top four again. And I think you really see what Ten Hag about, and I think the way Onana players would really transform the way Man United play, having a real ball playing goalkeeper who's good with his feet. So yeah, third I put Liverpool. Last season was obviously a disappointment for them, to miss out on the top four. Obviously, then you will play the stage match and they'll do really well in. I know they've lost a lot of midfielders, but I do like the signing of McAllister and Szoboszlai, and I think both will do really well. And with the attacking players they've got, I do think they're needing another midfielder, especially Lavia's looks like their preferred target from Southampton. But I think that last season was probably one off. They were brilliant at the end of last season. Trent in midfield's brilliant as well, and I think they will get back in the Champions League under Jurgen Klopp this season. So yeah, second I put Arsenal. The reason why is because they've had a fantastic window, and I like this. I know because Declan Rice is a brilliant player, Timber and Havertz as well, and they've added a lot more depth. But in the squad, what the last season and why they missed out on the title. I think they will again this season, but they'll still put Manchester City all the way. And I wouldn't be surprised. And the times I think you'll think Arsenal will win it, but I think City will just pip them like they always do. So yeah, then first City. What have I got to say? They just always win the league. I'm not even going to say much. Yeah, they've lost a few players. Gundogan, I think, will be missed for them. And obviously Morris went to Saudi Arabia. And obviously they've signed Kovacic, that I think will do well for them. And they've signed Guardiola, the young centre back who's good. But yeah, it's just what they do. They'll win the league, and yeah, I just can't see anyone but City win it. Yeah, so leave your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with me? Am I particularly wrong on anything like that? So yeah, so that's the end of the video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, view, comment, and see ya.